What is going on, guys? I am excited today, if you can't tell. I could not hold off on opening up this card. I'm sorry, guys. I had to be sure that the quality was good. I had to be sure that the condition was good. And honestly, it was kind of a nightmare getting this card. It didn't deliver the first couple times. No one was around to sign for it. And then I decided to call FedEx, and they were like, you can't pick this card up it has to be delivered and signed for. And I actually just took a risk. I took a gamble. We went on a family day and we got ice cream and drove across Charlotte to the FedEx. And sure enough, they allowed me to pick this card up, and it was actually at the sorting facility, which is awesome, or the FedEx facility, or whatever you want to call it. And I walked away with this card, and I'm really, really excited. It made it here. It's in really good condition. I'm very happy with it. And this was a huge card for me to cross off. I don't have, a biography ready for this, for the introduction of this card. And either way, I am saving it for this Pokemon. I am saving kind of a tribute video to this Pokemon for, another day, for the ultimate pickup, for the ultimate, video. But here we go. All right, here we go. You guys are going to see the back of it. As you can see, it looks really, really clean. The corners are very, very clean. There's basically no edge wear on the card at all. It's a very, very clean card. If we look up here, this corner has a little bit of whitening on it. This corner has a little bit of whitening on it, but hey, that's as good as it gets. And the centering is pretty dang good too. I'd say the centering is almost perfect. But here we go. In 3, 2, 1, boom! We got a Gold Star Charizard in a PSA 9. Dude, this thing is stunning. And I'm going to take it out of this sleeve here so we can look more at the card. Clearly, don't look at my fingers. They are chewed on and gross. Something that I'm not proud of, but I figured I would tell you guys eventually if you didn't already know, is that I have serious anxiety. And it's not just about like making videos necessarily, even though it does give me anxiety too, but it's just about life itself. And I have a really, really bad habit. Of biting my fingers when I get, when I'm put into stressful situations or just under a lot of stress. And it might be with work. It might be with YouTube. It might just be with collecting stuff in general. This card is a beautiful example of this card, but it doesn't always work out that way. I've been pretty lucky. I feel like for a lot of the cards that I've picked up recently, they've all been really, really clean, and I've been really happy about them. And I'm very OCD and picky, so if there's something wrong with the card, I'm going to find it. And luckily I've had this one for a couple days now, actually. I've been holding out on you guys. I've had it for a couple days now, and I've just been enjoying looking at the card, having the card. So many mail day videos, and I don't really get to enjoy the card until you guys see it. And I just thought, you know what, this is a big deal. This is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, and I wanna see it right when it gets here. So yeah, it is absolutely stunning. But a lot of stress the past couple days, past couple weeks, and so I've been biting my fingers a lot. I'm trying to quit that, so if you guys ever see me on stream and I'm biting my fingers, tell me to stop, because it's a habit I'm really, really trying to break. It's a really hard habit to break. I've been doing it my whole life. But okay, all right. Just want to give this guy a nice little polish before we show him in all its beauty. But here we go. I typically don't do like really long videos where I'm showing the card, but I'm really going to try and focus on the card so you guys can just see the quality of this card, and the fact that it doesn't have any dents or dings. Should be pretty easy to see with that harsh lighting that the card is straight, which is one of my biggest pet peeves, right? In a video I made a while ago, I talked about how annoyed and frustrated I get when cards are dented or have a slight crease or some lifting on the edges. I feel like those cards shouldn't even be graded, and it should just be surface wear, edge wear, corners. But that's just me. Anyways, it's easy to tell that this one is in beautiful shape and condition. One of my biggest gripes with with the Holon Phantoms Gyarados, the Dragon Frontiers Mew, which I still don't have. I was bidding on that this week, but it went in auction for, I think it went for 1,700 or like 1,500. Either way, I think it went for 1,700. It was an insane price. That card, to me, I was offered 1,200 for one. So in my opinion, I'm not paying more than 1,200 for that card, but I might have to because gold stars seem to be going up in value quite fast. And that's the other thing. Like, when you compare my vintage grails to like modern sealed products, I think the vintage grails are going to hold up a lot better and do better over time. And I would still bank more money on collecting these cards than modern sealed product. But I will say modern sealed product has a way lower cost to entry. So it's a much larger market, and gold stars just don't have that kind of market. It's really for collectors and people that are specifically looking for these cards. So, but they have done really, really well. They have gone up in value a good bit. I had a chance to pick up this Gold Star Charizard for $3,700 several months back. And man, do I wish I would have taken that deal. I ended up paying $4,200 for this card. And guys, that really, really hurt. $4,200, that was almost, that gets very close to how much money. I mean, I spent a lot more than $4,200 on all the cases I just picked up, but you know, it definitely cuts into that. And when you're trying to do modern sealed investing and collecting vintage grails, it gets very pricey very quickly. And I am racing to, you know, pay off my credit card, which is something that I don't recommend anybody do. But I know what my income level is. I know that I've always been able to pay off any debts that I'd incurred. And I get 2% cash back. So there is that. But yeah, this thing is absolutely stunning. Take one more look at it. I do wish, like I was saying about the Mew, the Gyarados, and then this Charizard, I personally hate the reverse foil effect. I don't think that it looks good at all. And like, I have this in person, which everyone's been telling me once you have it in person, your opinion will change. I will admit the card is still sick in person. You get me a black graded guard for this thing, and it's gonna look so good. And then of course, black and red that's pretty much one of my favorite color combos of all time. I just love those two colors together. It's the same reason that the Jordan 1 Bread is one of my favorite sneakers of all time. It's just black and red colorway. It just looks phenomenal. Do I even still have those? I feel like I sold them. I think I sold my Bread 1s. I think I actually sold them. Yeah. Wow, guys. I sold my Bread 1s. I thought I still had those sneakers, but I don't have them anymore. Anyways, black and red are one of my favorite colorways. I will say this isn't necessarily red, but it's kind of the same thing. These are my infrared Air Maxes, and like the black with the infrared, it just looks really, really sick. That kind of colorway just speaks to me, and that's basically what the shiny Charizard is, what he looks like. I'm not even a huge fan of Shining Zard. I think Shining Zard is a lot of people's favorite shiny sprite, but for me, it's probably, what's my favorite shiny? I actually don't know off the top of my head what my favorite shiny would be. Probably the Gyarados, because the Gyarados just takes on a whole other life going from blue to red, just like polar opposite. But I'd probably say the Gyarados is probably my favorite shiny. Just off the top of my head, yeah, I'd say that's a safe bet. Yeah, I'd say that's a safe bet. But yeah, I actually prefer traditional Charizard colorway with the orange over the red and black. I actually do. And I probably don't get the hype as much for this Gold Star Zard as other people do. But it's still a card that I really wanted to have for my Gold Star set. It's a card that I needed to complete the set, but I do often wonder, like, what this card could have looked like. Like even the Flames has that reverse hollow foil on it, I believe. Yeah, I think even the Flames do. It's hard to tell, but when you get the light just right on the Flame, even that Flame lights up next to Charizard. I think that's one of the coolest things about this card is that if you get the light right on the Flame, it looks so good. It looks so good on the card. But imagine if this card, so you have to like shine it in a certain direction to get the reverse foil to shine on it. And that's like one of my biggest peeves is the reverse foil just doesn't really look good. I'm going to bring out my, oh, no, my favorite shiny is maybe Rayquaza. Maybe the dark green or black Rayquaza. I'm not sure if it's like super dark, deep green or black, and even Rayquaza's tough because I love the green on Rayquaza, but yeah, it's probably between like either Gyarados or Rayquaza. I'd say Gyarados is probably still a better bet. Red Gyarados just looks sick. But okay. But yeah, I just imagine like if this would have had a Cosmo Hollow. Now I'm gonna get there's not a lot of reverse juice foam. I don't think I'm forgetting it. I think all the rest are Cosmo Hollow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not even going to look. They're all Cosmo Hollow. But Gyarados is the one other that I have to look at and compare to. So it has that same type of hollow pattern. And I personally am not a huge fan, but it's grown on me. It's got its own unique flavor. I will say Hold On Phantoms is so goated with the Gold Star Pikachu, Gold Star Mewtwo, and Gold Star Gyarados. It's super goated. But yeah, guys, this is the Gold Star Charizard. I finally have one, and now we are Gold Star Mew, Gold Star Celebi, Gold Star Mew, Gold Star Celebi, Gold Star Umbreon, which is going to be a big one. And then, of course, I have my Rayquaza, and it looks really, really nice with that silver Beckett, cert at the top. And then if you get it just in the right light, it's got a huge hollow orb in its mouth, which is probably why I love this card so much, is that it's just, you're not going to see a whole lot of Rayquazas or any Rayquazas. They have hollow orbs near the mouth, but not inside of the mouth. Like that's insane. The placement of that hollow orb is absolutely insane. It looks like he's about to blast somebody. So that's why I love this one so much. But I am contemplating finding a PSA copy and even keeping my BGS copy because I still love it. I would just like to have a uniform Gold Star set all in PSA. But yeah, Mew, Celebi, both of those I'm not worried about. The Mew I'm a little worried about. Celebi not so much. Celebi, there's multiple listings. I think someone eventually would take an offer of like 700 or 725 for Celebi. And then Gold Star Mew, I think it'll be a tougher chance to find that card because, you know, I got offered 1,200 privately and I feel like I should have just taken that offer because the last sale being 1,700 publicly sold on eBay is going to make it really, really hard to find that card under 1,700. Like once a new price hits on eBay, all the sellers are going to be holding out for that price point. So Gold Star Mew is about to be frustrating. But I'm so close. And then, you know, Gold Star Rayquaza has gone up a lot. Like Gold Star Rayquaza used to be a $7,000-8,000 card. Now there is a public sale for $10,000 or maybe even $11,000. And so now sellers are looking for $10,000, $11,000, $12,000, $13,000 for their Rayquaza. And like, I don't even expect that for my Rayquaza, but that's what most people are wanting for their Rayquaza. I don't even know if I would want to sell mine for $9,000. Recently, I took all of my Gold Stars. I took all of my like Grail cards off of eBay. In fact, the only one left is my Crystal Charizard. That's on eBay. And it's listed at a ridiculous price, which I did that because I don't really want to sell the card. But this one's going to be exciting because there is another auction for a PSA 10 Crystal Charizard going up this week, and I'm following it. It's already $1,000 more than what I bought this one at. So I basically gained $1,000 of value from buying this card when I bought it, which that's pretty significant, guys. I think that's pretty cool. One of the other 10s that I really want, like I'd like Crystal Lugia, but I don't need it, but I really want the Crystal Nidoking in a PSA 10. That card would be sick to have in a PSA 10. I love that card. Yeah, I saved doing like I saved talking about Charizard as a whole, like the origins of Charizard and where the design ideas came from. We're saving that for the day that I pick up the first edition Charizard, and we're going to do a whole kind of biography on Charizard, but I'm saving that for the absolute Grail Charizard card, which in my opinion is the first edition base set Charizard. So I'm still looking for one of those in a PSA 9. If you know anyone that is looking to sell one of them in a PSA 9, please let me know. I would be forever grateful. And but yeah, I really wish these reverse hollows had Cosmo holo foil. I think it would have been sick if Zard had a Cosmo holo foil all around him. But I'm still warming up to this version of holo foil. But yeah, I'm just excited to share this card with you guys, and it's definitely a huge pickup. And yeah, now we have technically only 3 cards left to complete the entire Gold Star set. Technically only 3 to complete the set, but to complete the set in PSA 9, I would need 4, including a new Rayquaza, and then I would need, technically, my Alakazam Gold Star is a PSA 7. That one I graded with a friend, and that came back as a 7. I'm happy with it. I don't really care about upgrading to a 9. But if a 9 popped up for a good price, a fair price, maybe even under market, I would probably buy it. I'd probably buy it, and I'd just keep the 7 anyways, just because there's... Gold Stars are, if I could find them and grade them myself and get a decent grade back, I'm probably not going to let go of them. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. Stunning condition of this card. I am super, super happy, especially with the first edition Mew 2 we had a little while ago. I was stressed out about this card. You know, you're buying a $4,000 card. I asked the guy, I was like, yo, shout out to L-Dubs. Yo, huge shout out to L-Dubs for hooking me up with this card. L-Dubs on eBay. He hooked this one up. We really didn't agree on a price that I wanted, but he favored selling the card to me when he had another buyer with a competitive offer. And honestly, like that was a G move. Like I appreciate you working with me on this card and giving it to a collector that's truly going to cherish it and stay in the collection. But yeah, 4,200 was the number on this guy. He would not budge. And I get it. This card is starting to go up in value. We've got some solds at 45, 4,600. And 4,200 I feel like was as good as it was going to get for me. Although I do think this card is valued. I would have liked to get it for anywhere from 3,700 to 4,000. I think that would have been a good price point for this card. But I asked him, have you seen the card in person? Like, what am I getting myself into? This thing better be stupid clean. And he's right. It's stupid clean. The card is really, really nice. So I'm not surprised that he held out on his price. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. We did it. We crossed off a big one. And I am super excited to have this card in my collection. Even though it wasn't a major chase for me in terms of the Gold Stars in general, this was one of the cards I was least, concerned with picking up. But it's growing on me. It looks way better in person than I expected. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Anyways, peace. Major epic Grail pickup. And I'm stoked about the condition. Peace, guys.